Password accepted. Ease it down. Ease it down. Huh? Hey. Oh. Hey. Oh. God daggone, Bo. This thing got crazy up in here. We're going to ratchet it up just a little bit more, too. All right. No kidding. Think about it. We said we're going to kick off 2017 in the end of October. So we said all of November, we get the momentum. So we right through December, and boom, next year is going to be crazy. That's right. And it worked. It's worked so far. We got to switch. There's some. Hey, I had a blast at Thanksgiving. Y'all have a good Thanksgiving. Oh, yeah. We kept going right through it. Did y'all notice that? Oh, yeah. We just did that right there. A lot of times, most time people just go into a coma. Right? I'm not sure if it's a turkey or if it's that stuff they squirt in them. You know that stuff? It's both of them. You know, and then you can't wake you back up. We just took a little blip. We went and had Thanksgiving. I had a blast Thanksgiving. Now we got wonderful Christmas time coming up, and New Year's Eve coming up, and we're going to come out smoking. As a matter of fact, I already scheduled and I like when people. Here's what my staff say. You didn't tell me. I said I just thought of it. I can't tell you something before I think of it. I just thought of it. So January 2nd, I already got my hotspot plan. I'm going to be in Providence, Rhode Island. And with all the people that we can gather up between now and then around Providence, Rhode Island, that's where Debbie Ben is, right in that area. And so Spencer's got to go back after his Christmas vacation, so I had to come up with a strategy that the private plane can take my son back. So I take him back on the 2nd, that Monday, and then go and then fly into Providence and do some training, hotspot, and kick off the year. You with me? See, I'm going to talk to y'all about how to make it big. And a lot of it's scheduling and planning, okay? I promise today talk about 3 things you need to do next year and 3 things you should never do. The never do might be more fun than the do-do, you know what I'm saying? But all right, I got a lot of stuff to cover with you. I had one question for my staff, and they can tell me, do we have an update on Good Samaritan bonus? Is that on the board? Has Preston got us that? Just do we have it? Find out. If we don't, see if we can get that while I'm talking, because I always want to do that and see who's coming on strong. Our national convention numbers are going through the roof. That is January 19th, kicks off January 19th and goes through Sunday, the 22nd. So get your mind right, get it on your calendar. Had a great training in Tampa about how to get people to understand how important it is. And I'm going to give you the really, really short cliff note version. You need to hold that. That was a good way to, we got, I don't know how many people committed and got their mind right. What you do is if you're new and you're wondering about it, go to your calendar and put it in your calendar. And if you have something else in your calendar, you put it in the calendar anyway. That's right. And your mind will start thinking, how am I going to fix this? What am I going to do? Now, if you have nothing in your calendar, now you have something in your calendar. Like I know it sounds, I'm not trying to be funny with you. You have it in your calendar so you don't mess up. You say, what if I don't know I'm going? Well, I know you're going, so you should put it in your calendar. Right. So you I don't want you to have increased conflict. So if you go ahead and put it in there. Now, a lot of people talk about money, like do they have money to travel, which is very embarrassing if you're over 18 years old. I would be very embarrassed if I had, say, I'm 40 and I don't have the money to go somewhere for a weekend. Does that make sense? I'm not trying to embarrass you, but I would be very embarrassed. I would be like, what am I doing wrong? Like, I am jacked up, or you can say like, well, you don't understand. I just went through a divorce. I just lost my company. I got fired. I got laid off. I haven't had a break. And I'd be like, got it. You with me? Sorry about that. We have a national convention coming up, 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd. Put that in your calendar. You say, but you don't understand. I go, no, you're right. I don't understand, but I do understand. Like, I don't know your specific circumstances. I just know we have a national convention coming up. What I'm going to try to get you to do, if you're that 40-year-old or 22-year-old that don't have any money, I'm going to try to fix that for you. Now, I can't fix it for you, but I can start telling you the steps that I did when I didn't have no money, and now I got money. I'm going to tell you what I did. This is what you do. Put it in your calendar. Does that make sense? You say, well, I ain't bought my ticket yet. I know that. Y'all act like I don't know. People crack you up. They act like I don't know nothing. I know little. I know little. I know very little. I know very little. But what I know, I know. So I don't know your circumstances, but I know we have a national convention. And a national convention, that's when everybody in the nation come together.
That's right.
Does that make sense? Hello? Okay, I thought I was going to do the Cliff Note version. Now here I am into the drawn-out version. I'm not trying to offend new people either, but you work with your new people. Like if you're brand new, I just hired a couple people. Are you one of them? I just thought. I was like, that guy looks just like a picture I saw, so I just hired this guy. Put it in your calendar. You say, you don't tell your new people to put it in your calendar. That's what I do. He's new. I hired him. Put it in your calendar. And I got another guy, Steven. I was thinking about down in South Kakalaki. Put it in your calendar. He said, well, I don't know if I'm going to go. Put it in your calendar. Like if you can't put it, like what are you, scared? I mean, what do you think I'm going to do? Make you go if you put it in your calendar? Just relax and put it in your calendar. The way the mind works, the psyche, I'm going to tell you this. If you're brand new, this is good information. You put it in there, and your mind will immediately start thinking how. But if you're thinking if, I can't help you with the how.
That's right. That's right.
Does that make sense? Like this is stuff I know. Okay? You set this. This is your plan. This is your vision. This is your mission. This is the dates. And you're going after them. Your mind, and I know some of you have destroyed some of the cells in your brain. Well, that's something. They drink a lot, Terry. A couple of my friends smoked a few things. I'm trying to look at everybody equally. See? Those days are over. But it killed, and I don't know if if you scratch a hand, it grows back. But I'm not sure what happens with brain cells. I'm not sure. So what I know is, as weak as your brain is, no matter what you've done to it, and how depressed you are, and how dysfunction that you have, if you put the dates down, your mind will go to work figuring out how. Here's another way to look at it. There's nobody to help you. See, in other words, you can't do it on your own because you know you're not smart, and you know that. You admit it. You go like, I got problems. I go, but if you put it in your calendar and you say you're going, we will all go to work to figure out how. I've had so many people that are successful with me, making six figures, multi-six figures, and they'll say, do you remember? I'll be like, nope, but I'm not surprised. Like they'll say, do you remember how you helped me? And I'm like, I don't remember. You said, put it in your calendar. I put it in my calendar, and then I told you I didn't have a place to stay. I go, oh yeah, I probably found you a place to stay. In other words, I can't help somebody that's not committed. And so your manager, your upline, they want to help, but we got to be careful that we don't help uncommitted people. We got to be careful that we don't try to help people that are leaning away from us. We got to help people that are leaning toward us. And leaning towards when you put it in the calendar. Okay, so that, I didn't mean to get off, but I did mean to get off on that too, because I really want you to understand it's big. John Maxwell's going to be there. He's a very, very good friend of mine. Tim Goad is just an absolute brother of mine. His whole family's going to be there. Gay Goad, oh my gosh, she's going to be there. Breanne, Blake, Just incredible people are going to be there. Chris Long is going to be there. Kyle Weinbrenner is going to be there. Debbie Ben is going to be there. My friends from Boston, Minerve and Pierre, they're going to be there. There's so many great people going to be there. And we've been working really hard already planning the breakout sessions. Oh, I want to tell y'all this too. If you need to know this. Normally we have breakout sessions, and you pick and you pick and you pick and you go. You pick one at 9 o'clock, pick one at 10 o'clock, pick one at 11, and then you go to lunch.
Yeah.
The way this is going to work, at 11 it stops. There's no more picking a breakout. You're going to I know this is going to be weird for our company, but you're going to have an hour that you're not scheduled to be anywhere, and it's not lunch either. I know. Everybody calm down. I've thought this through. It's going to work out. We got an hour. And then lunch for an hour. So you're saying that's like 2 hours. I know. I'm a little nervous myself. But here's what we're going to do. All the carriers are going to be set up. You know how you never have time to go by and talk to them? We're going to give you an hour that you can go by and meet each booth, each carrier, and each vendor. See? See? It's a good idea. I do not know how we worked it into the calendar. It's like a miracle. It was like Santa came and put that hour there. I don't know where it come from. I don't know. We didn't give up nothing. It's just out of thin air. I'm not kidding. So that is an hour that you can do anything you want to. Now I have already interrupted that. Here's what I'm looking for. We have some professional athletes, some guys that have been paid millions of dollars and hundreds of thousands to play professional athletes. And we had a lot of college athletes. We got some track stars up there in Vatech, Virginia Tech. We've got some stars from Oklahoma, played with the Oklahoma football team. We've got one from Florida State. We've got some. So what I was thinking is we're going to have a special area. It's not going to be hidden away, but it's going to be a specific area. We're going to rope it off, and we're going to say if you're a college athlete, and I would use this. We've got a couple MMA guys that have been paid to fight, paid MMA, so professional athletes. I consider them professional athletes. Golfers, professional golfers, we're going to have a place for you, and we want you to meet and mingle, just so you can know that somebody else is out there, because we think y'all are competitors. And we're thinking if you meet each other, get your mind going. You with me? So look for that, athletes. The other thing, and then when I was telling Revis this, he's like, well, why don't you do something for military? I was like, you ain't military. And but I was like, that's a great idea, actually. So we're going to say military. We're going to have a place for them to just go and listen. There's going to be ropes, and we'll have people guarding it, saying you can't come in if you're not military, if you're not former military, Coast Guard, Navy, Army Reserve. If you're ROTC, we'll come on up in the house, and you can figure out who's there. We got special forces people there on our team in the alliance. So there's going to be that would be during that hour, but you don't have to. You can just come and mingle. You can come through, but it's still if you're an athlete and a military, I guess you lost your hour. And by the way, and it's not one of those where you feel like you got to go either. We're just going to have some coffee and snacks and stuff for you, and say, hey, good job serving the country. Good job being an athlete and succeeding to some extent. I was no high school athletes don't count. My baseball career, no high school athletes. Matter of fact, if you're a high school athlete, no, I'm not going. Yeah, okay, you get the idea. All right, I'm traveling December 8th. I don't even know what today. Oh, that's tomorrow, isn't it? Tomorrow, I'm going to. It says D.C. and Atlanta. I'm in Atlanta first. Which one? I'm in D.C., so it's written out right. I'm in D.C. first, and then I'm in Atlanta. And by the way, this is on Hotspots. You go to NAA Hotspots, and it'll tell you all the details. Then the 12th, I'm going to Nashville, Tennessee, and I am fired up about that group. And by the way, last night and this morning, it was on the verge of not happening. It was 100% go, and it was on the verge of not happening, and now it's 100% back. So we're good to go on Nashville. 100% on Nashville. Then I am in Boston, and that is, I was talking about taking Spencer back up. I'm actually going to get Spencer and in Tilton, and then I'm flying from there to Boston, and we're going to do a training session and a hotspot meeting there. So if you're close to Boston, we're going to be there. And by the way, Boston's not too far from Providence. So I thought about going back to Boston, but since I've already hit it, I'm going to hit Providence. So December 21st, Orlando. I'm actually going down on the 20th and hang out with Goad, going to his church, and I want to see their ranch and see what everybody's seeing down there and get my mind around it. And then I'm going to spend a night, and I'm doing December 21st. And then I'm also, after the TWC, so there's not a hot spot that in Orlando that week, is it? So this is kind of the substitution for your hot spot. It's TWC, same time as normal, and we're going to be at the Omni that's real close to the Goad's ranch. So after this, if you are on SEAL Team 20, and if you've qualified in December, we'll let you go too. So if you've qualified before the 21st, we may add to it. And what we're going to do is we've got this special event. I've narrowed it down to 2 really, really crazy adventures that we're going to go on. So we would leave right at 2, go on this adventure about probably 3 to 4 hours, and then we're going back to the Goads. So apparently has this special exclusive loft area. I haven't seen it, but he's going to open that up for us, and we're going to have food brought in, and the SEAL team's going to hang out there and eat. So that's going to be really fun. It's going to be some great association, and we don't have to, it's a different program when it's all SEAL team, and when it's all warriors, right? It's the different conversations we're going to have. So that's happening. And then the 2nd, January 2nd, I'm in Providence, Rhode Island. That one's not up there because literally just talked to Debbie Ben and got it set up, okay? So this schedule is off and running. Okay. Oh, this is about 99%, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you because I just like it so much. Next year, SEAL Team. Okay, first of all, if you don't do SEAL Team in November or December, so November's gone, December, you can never be a SEAL Team member on 2016. So we're going to have exclusive gifts. Haven't told you what they are, but they're going to be exclusive gifts. I know what they are. I'm not going to tell you because it's going to be a surprise in January when we reward you because you kicked off the SEAL Team for us. Like you made it, you showed it was possible. And then December, we're going to have extra ones. Then all of next year, the question is, how many different people can we have obtain SEAL Team in 1 year? Just 1 month. Everybody that does it 1 month, at the end of the year, I saw this matter of fact, Dr. Caracas Watkins. Y'all remember Dr. Caracas? Some of you hadn't met him yet. By the way, he's locked into convention. He'll be there in January. And he was wearing something on his jacket, and I was like, what is that? And his was an armor, it was a sword, all kinds of really cool stuff. And he said, this is my sword for God, okay? And I was like, dude, that's awesome. So I was looking at it, and I was like, we're going to produce one of those for 2017 for every single person that hits it one time. Okay, so every month we're going to have patches. Every month we're going to have rewards, and I'm going to do all kinds of event for SEAL Team members, right? But at the end of the year, in January of 18, this, and we're going to do a coin. And by the way, I love these. These are General Hugh Shelton's coins, okay? He was, anyway, he graduated, believe it, listen to this, he graduated textiles in North Carolina State. He's commanded, he's been in charge of several wars, like he was the guy in charge of the war. He commanded all of 82nd Airborne, the whole dadgum thing out of Fayetteville. And then he became chairman of Joint Chiefs of Staff, which means a head Army guy of the whole United States of America, reported to the president, the whole deal. And so these are his. And he gave me these, and I was like, ah! And so we're going to do one for SEAL Team. Everybody's going to get one, pin on, and like this. Okay, so check these out. And just know that's going to be happening in 2018. Now, see, let me tell you something. This is something different that broke people don't do. They don't know what's going to happen in 2018. They say things like, I'm going to take what comes, I'm going to take what happens. They have no plan, one day at a time. And now listen, and you say, well, you can't predict tomorrow because man makes plans and God laughs. And I go like, I hear you. So God's laughing. I humored him. Great. You know what I'm saying? I don't know that I buy what you're saying about that. But I know this. I've got a plan, and I'm going to do everything I can to execute it. And if God changes it, He changes it. But if He likes it and it happens, does that mean, like poor people, they just don't schedule. And I don't like I said, I don't mean, and by the way, I don't mean to be like poor, like they can't eat. I'm saying people that have the, the raggedy cars and stuff, and the houses that are you know what I mean? And you say, well, money's not everything. I know, but you wanted me to help you make money, and therefore we're talking about that, okay? Let me tell you another aspect of not scheduling. People that don't have schedules, they don't help other people. So if you're saying that money's not your thing, it's helping other people, people that schedule stuff help other people. Pastors, missionaries, consultants who help people, engineers who teach and coach, they schedule. This is not a little thing, this is a big thing. Okay, so 2018, we're going to do that for SEAL Team. By the way, it's a long ways out for most people's mental thinking. That's why we have SEAL Team every month. Okay? And then, of course, what I'm teaching is every minute, what are you thinking? Okay? All right, teaching, stuff that I promised to cover. 3 things to do this coming year and 3 things to never do. I want to do this a little different. I really want more input this time. Okay? So get ready. Get your hand ready. Chadwick, get ready. Get ready. Chadwick Ray, what you doing up in here, Bo?
That's right.
Michael Owens.
All right. All right.
You probably don't feel as good about seeing me as I feel about seeing you.
I bet you I do.
You think so?
Yeah, I love you.
Really?
You're my friend.
Man. All right, so I think he's got a blue, and I'm thinking you need a different color.
Okay.
Now you might not did you do Good Samaritan? I'm going to love you just as much, but did you do Good Samaritan
No.
last month?
No.
So you didn't hit SEAL Team?
No.
Okay, so are you going for it, though, in December?
Yes.
Have you already accomplished it in December? I think
Not
you
yet.
might need to put the mic up a little bit higher.
Sorry.
Not yet? You
Not
ain't
yet.
got 5,000 that you paid?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, Good Samaritan. I hit that last month, but I have not hit SEAL Team.
Okay, so you did hit Good Samaritan.
Yes.
I need a green ribbon.
Yes.
Green ribbons round. Okay, so anybody that's SEAL Team, that's Good Samaritan bonus, I need those green ribbons. I've had you up here the whole time. Have you hit it yet?
No, I have not.
Okay, all right. So, okay, by the way, this is what winners do, too. They just respond not with all the excuses and all the reasons and all the circumstances. But if I said, what's the situation, like because you've been up here with me all the time, and he says, yeah, I mean, that's a different question. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So you think you've hit it, you did hit it last month.
Yes.
How much did you do last month?
I did right at 5.
You did, well, you hope you did right over the 5.
Right over 5.
Right over 5.
Yes. That right.
Right over 5. So you did right over 5. And how many recruits did you have?
I believe I had 3.
3. Okay,
Yes.
well, that's over 2, so you're good. So you're
Yes.
good somewhere. So we're going to need and from now, my organization, let's make sure we have the red, white, and blue for the SEAL Team people. Make sure they're wearing them, and the green, so I know who I'm talking to. Okay, what brings you here, dude? What's up? What's going on?
Well, number one, I just wanted to see you. I've been traveling quite a bit. I came down on Sunday because you invited me down to do something that was a little bit exclusive, a production maybe. So I'm excited about that. I've been wanting to be in
What Sunday?
this past Sunday.
Okay.
I've been wanting to be a part of. I've been wanting to be
You
a part
weren't
of.
at my house Sunday, were you?
Not at your house. I was at corporate headquarters doing a production. I don't
Oh,
know
you
if I'm
did a
allowed to
video?
talk. Yeah,
You're in a video?
I'm in a video.
That's right.
Yeah. So I've been wanting to be in one of those videos since I started in this business. Like,
So you're going to be in a movie.
I'm gonna be in a movie. You
That's
daggone right.
Your kids going to be messed up when they see you in a movie.
I'm gonna be messed up.
You can't tell us about it, though?
No.
You know you can't
If you go to national convention, you'll see it.
Oh, so it's a surprise unveiling.
All right.
Do I know?
I don't know. I guess not.
I don't know if I know. And it's okay if I don't know, because I might not supposed to know.
All I know is this. Yeah, I'm the guy that I used to watch the movies and like tears would be coming down my eyes. Like, I want to be a part of those one day.
And now you are.
Yes.
That's right. That's right.
Would Would you, Deanna, would you put that on here, please? On this while we keep it talking. Okay, so because I saw it blue, I was like, I don't know if my eyes are right. I was like, oh, it should be green, I think.
But yeah, I was here for that on Sunday. Monday, I went out, ran a little bit of business because I want to be a part of SEAL team. So I'm going after it. Monday, Tuesday, I was out running business. Wednesday, I'm back
Did you go
here.
back home and do it, or did you stay here?
No, I drove out about 2-3 hours from here, and I was running business. Back here today. Tomorrow, we're going to be flying to D.C. and Atlanta. Friday, Saturday, I'm back out running business. Sunday.
Oh, you're flying with us on the plane?
You daggone right I am.
That's right, he is.
I'm in the house.
Awesome, man.
But I have a schedule. I'm on it. That's why I'm here.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm glad you're here.
I'm fired up to be
And
here.
now, see, people think I know that. I don't know that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I was told that. Mm-hmm. I can't deny that. And I'll probably even sign something saying, okay, I witnessed it. Because that way I can't. Because my staff, I'll be like, I didn't agree to this. And they'd be like, do you remember signing this? I'll be like, no, but that is my signature. Unless somebody knows how to copy my signature. You know?
Plausible deniability.
So, okay. Well, good.
Yep.
You're here for a reason, too.
Yes, sir.
Tell them what your reason is.
Well, last week I was here for Instant Thunder, and last Friday we had an opportunity to do a video shoot. That was pretty amazing. Saturday morning I had a chance to talk with you, and we had some ideas about a project. And then on Monday I went over to Tampa, Florida, and then I went to Jacksonville, and then I flew back on a plane with you Monday night back to North Carolina. The last 2 days we've been working on a project.
Project. I think we should tell them. That's what I think.
You're more than welcome to. It's pretty bad to the bone, I ain't gonna lie.
The bad thing is it's going to be 6 months from now before it comes to fruition.
That's
shouldn't.
very possible. Unless you have something to do with it, because your timeline is a lot faster than most people.
All right, you heard me sneak in, told them it needed to be done in June.
Yeah, and by the time we were done, I think it was in April was when you wanted the first something. And I'm pretty sure by the time I left, Revis says, it'd be better if it was February or January.
Hey, one other thing. Would somebody grab me a new agent box? Like, you know what I'm saying, that we sell in a store? There's a thing in there called the activity of the Alliance. Now, I will say this. We're still in 2016. You mean NACtivity, National Agents Alliance Activity. NACtivity, right? NACtivity. Well, I'm tired of saying NACtivity. And we're going to say Alliance Activity. Mm-hmm. So now it'll be activity. So the activity of the Alliance, we put down in a book that we can predict your income when you do it. So one of the things that I've been wanting to do for a long time, so now we've pulled the trigger, and we are constructing a extremely expensive, apparently, these things cost a lot of money. We've hired 4 engineers, programmers, app builders. So they build these apps. By the way, they have their own company, but they come out of the entrepreneur school at NC State. They're engineers. They all graduated. They're crazy, crazy sharp. I mean, like, a lot of people are like, I saw those 4 guys. Are they app developers? Like, they look just like them. You know, you know what I mean?
That was true.
And so they're going to make a game app that does everything that our activity book does, plus more. It's insane, the stuff that it's going to have. And Michael was telling me stuff, and I was like, because I told him he said, have you thought about this? I was like, no. And he's like, thought about this? I said, no. So now I challenge you now to shoot me something and say, have you thought about this? Now don't send me something like, if you tap it, that counts as a phone call. You tap it again, another phone call. Tap it again, another phone call. And when you tap it 5 times, it's a haystack. I've probably already thought of that.
That's true.
And then it goes, bing, congratulations, you did a haystack. I've thought of that. But if you think of something that you think we ain't thought about for this app, we want to hear it. Now let me tell you what we thought about. Just get your crazy stuff going. When you hire an agent, and you put in there new agent, or when you put them in class, it says it's a cartoon character. Like this person, right? This is the new person. Okay? You tell your person, so I've got you represented as a little cartoon, it's a little frog or it's a little giraffe or something. Say, I'd rather replace it with a picture. Could you send me your picture? So it's an excuse that they send you a picture. And then you insert that, so that's your new agent. So now you're looking at a picture.
Wow.
And when you call this new agent, that picture pops up so you see them. Wow. And then, if you haven't called this person in a week, you said it pops up and it says, hey, you haven't called me. 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 Is that crazy talk?
Yeah.
So that's the kind of thing we've thought of. Now, same thing with the clients. 90-day reminder pops up when it's their birthday with their picture. So now you got an excuse to get a picture. So you should go ahead and get in the habit. Every client you get in the house, take a picture with the client.
I done got fired up. I done got fired up.
It gets better. I mean, it really does. There's so much more. He's not saying.
Riding down the road, ding! There are 4 RWs within 3 miles of where you are. Would you like to purchase them?
Direct
Ding!
purchase.
You sold a policy just 1 mile northwest. Tim and Margaret, would you like to give them a buzz or stop by and say hello to them?
Oh my God.
Geofences?
Yes, 100%.
Wow, that's awesome.
The Uber app times 10 on steroids.
Okay, so we're taking ideas. I want your input. It's coming. Fast as we can get it done. The money's, I'm like, guys, I'm reinvesting like crazy. I'm ready to make another run.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready to make another run. Okay? And I'm running. And I want to hit January already in stride, January 1. I don't want to be like, oh, New Year. I want to hit it in stride. And I'm looking for as many people as want to hit this thing in stride.
That's right.
Okay. All right. So I am so glad you are there. And I'm so glad you are there. We all grab a seat, but keep the mic because I want input on this, all right? Here's the 3. My people are predicting for me, anticipating for me. There's another. Are you telling me this has already happened? Already in December. What's today's date?
7.
December 7th, and we already have 1 qualified Good Samaritan bonus. Adam Johnson has already hired 3 people and issued 10,600. And all these people are 1 recruit away. Minerve is 1 recruit away, 15,005. Jan Miller is already at 12,500, 1 recruit. And Pam Moore is already at 10,947. Okay, now, I don't want to see them yet, Billy, but my guess is, yes, page 103, so there's more down there, right? I'm not going to go, awesome. Okay, I'm not going to go over those yet. Go back to my gray paper. Okay, all right, so 3 things that I want you to do this coming year. By the way, you don't have to wait. Don't even ask me up front, I'm going to tell you. All right. Dream, I want you to dream, okay? I want you to believe and act. Okay? All right. 3 things that I want you to never do. I want you to never stop dreaming. I want you to never stop believing. And I want you to never just sit, soak, and sour. You with me? I never want you to stop. You with me? We're going to inch by inch, we're going to claw our way to financial freedom. We're going to claw our way to eternity. We're going to help as many people as we can, as often as we can, as long as we can. Okay?
Yeah.
So don't you stop. Okay? And some people are like, we're going to make so much money. Yep, and then we're going to give it away. If you hadn't noticed, I've already started giving some of mine away. And what you're going to see with this app is another giveaway, meaning it is a 100,000, okay? That I'm just saying, here you go. I'm gonna do more and more of that. Does that make sense? Why? Because that's my program. To make it and give it. What I give to NC State, just the beginning. What we're going to do down on the ranch at the Goads Ranch is what we're going to start to think about the 20th. I'm going to start going looking around and say, where you want the barn, Bo? Where you want the convention center on your ranch? You with me? How you want to do it? When you want to do it? When we're going to raise the money? I'm going to be the lead guy on it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's right.
All right. So we're never going to stop making it and giving it away. This is not an accumulation game. This is a revving up game. Does that make sense? Money comes in, money goes out. Money comes in, money goes out. Now that's good news when it comes to cars.
That's right.
Okay? My son, I called him. I said, son, I'm coming to get you. We're going to go back to Boston. He says, I might have a proposal for you on the way. I said, I love proposals. He said, I'm going to lay it out for you. I said, I love for you to lay it out. He said, I'm going to tell you everything. I said, I'm going to be ready. He said, I'm going to go ahead and tell you now. So he starts telling me about this Dodge something car. And he's telling me how awesome it is. And him and his friend have decided that they can just straight up trade the H1 Hummer. And I said, son, no. We're in accumulation phase when it comes to cars. We're not selling anything. If you want to propose buying something, propose buying something. You with me?
That's right.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's right.
He's like, okay, that works too.
He's adapting.
Let me hit you with this. All right, so there's some things that people don't like to do, especially poor people, okay? If you can find out what it is that poor people won't do, and you will do the opposite of that. So whatever they won't do, then you need to do that. Does that make sense? Like whatever they won't do, do it.
Yes.
Okay? Mm-hmm. This is big. I was listening to Brian Biggers preach, and he was saying that. He said, I am telling you. He's like, as God is my witness. He's like, if you want to be broke, do what broke people do. I've heard John Maxwell say it 10,000 times. The Common Denominator for Success by Dr. Gray. The Common Denominator for Success. Little purple book. I bet you I've given away 1,000 of those books. I've read it. I've highlighted it. I've underlined it. And it just gets down right to it. Find out what broke people do and don't do that. Find out what they hate and then do that. This is it. This is the two different things they do. Okay? They stop dreaming. What happens when people stop dreaming? They stop believing and they stop doing and they get what they thought.
All right. Right.
Wow. Right.
This is not, some of you can be like, I know this. Good. We're going to do this. Mm-hmm. It's not what we're going to know. Because this is a huge misconception with people. They think that when they know, they will do. So let's go into this not saying, do I know this or not? Because if he tells me something new that I know, like if he tells me something that's new and it's right, then I'm going to start to do. Okay? Mm-hmm. In other words, you got to get your mind that this is a do game I'm getting ready to throw at you, not I already knew it. So if you already knew it, God bless you. Are you doing it?
That's right.
And then if you say, yeah, I'm going to say, to what degree?
That's right.
So if you rank yourself on a 1 to 10 on dreaming, where do you rate? Now if you say, well, I didn't even know I was supposed to dream. Well, that's a 0. Right? Because you didn't even know. Well, now that you know, you say, oh, well, I knew you're supposed to dream. That's nothing new. Where do you rank yourself on dreaming?
All right.
Believing. I believe. Acting. Let me tell you something. If you're acting based on by the end of the month, I'm going to be a good Samaritan bonus person or SEAL team by the end of the month. I'm talking right now. Are you doing what you need to be doing? Well, I hope See, you understand everybody's not watching. Now, everybody's not listening. Some people are doing different things. If you're not on this, I hope to goodness, if you put what you're doing against this, I hope this show, watching the show. If what you're doing is not way important to get you towards your goal, I don't need to curse you. Meaning, you're cursing yourself. Because I know this show is going to help you move up this promotion guidelines. It's going to move up these levels. I know it's going to help you with our mission. I know it's going to help you win. I know it. I know. You say, how can you know everything? I didn't say I know everything. I did this earlier in the show. It's only a few things that I know, but the things I know like beyond I know. Okay? So whatever you're doing at this moment, and at 2 o'clock Eastern Time, when this show stops, what is on your calendar to do? And if so, what are you going to put on it? This, you're going to put this, you're going to put that. What are you going to put on it? And is what you put on it going to propel you towards your dream or not? So the acting part it's really by the minute. Every minute is I know this person, and people always get mad at me when I say I know this person because they're like, you were talking about me. This applies to more than one person. I don't want to take the pressure off of you, though. I really want to put the pressure on you. Is what you're doing helping you accomplish what you want to achieve? Is the way you're acting helping you achieve what you want to achieve? Because if it is, your actions are dynamite. But if they're not helping you achieve what you want to achieve, what are they doing? I would argue they're helping you achieve something you don't want. Or your third choice. It might even be helping you achieve something you don't want.
That ain't good.
Stop it.
It's crazy big. I want all y'all to teach this subject this week. See how I feel when I'm teaching it. I'm like, right? Why is that, Andy? Because people ask me all the time, they go like, you're just perfect, ain't you? I go, you know what I mean? Because I'm beating up myself when I'm saying. So I want you, Chadwick, I want you teaching this subject about every minute. Are you doing it? Now, I am going to take my son to the Independence Bowl. That is not working. I am going to be achieving something that I want to achieve. What is that? I want to teach my son to dream. I want to watch the Wolfpack play in a bowl game. You with me? I want to do fun stuff. There's something that I want to put in my pocket. Say, did that. Does that make sense? So I don't question that. It's those things that you do that are neither extreme fun, extreme achievement, or working toward the fun or achievement. Does that make sense? Yeah. It's those B items and C items that you really ain't gonna get nothing. I'm not against Facebook. I just think it's a total waste of time checking out what other people are doing that don't mean things in your life. Because John Maxwell he's not putting his life on Facebook. He's not putting his wife. He's not putting his life. Nothing's on Facebook. Oh, he posts little sayings. Read a book. Because on each side of the sayings is what dumb people are doing. Are you with me? Does that make sense? So, and the same thing with Instagram and so many of these social medias that they just suck your time away. I've stopped with the YouTubes. People, you send me those. I just don't watch them. So when we send them to you, you don't look at them. No, I don't have time to look at that. I'm achieving my goal during that minute.
That's right.
I'm not kidding you. I was sitting on the couch. I went in there. TV was already on, so I can't say I turned it on. And I started watching it, and it was brain dead stuff. But it sucked me in. I caught myself. I was like, what are you doing? And I jumped up. I was like, I got to call somebody. Because I don't consider sitting watching television a extreme excitement, fulfilling thing. Does this make sense? Okay, so here's what I want y'all to help me with. Dreaming. What does dreaming do for us? What does dreaming do for us? Who's got something? Talk to me.
Inspires you.
Inspires me. What is? Give him the mic. What does inspire mean?
It inspires you to drive, to achieve that dream.
Gets me excited.
Yep.
Gets emotions going. Inside of this box, the brand new box, we have accidentally put the location to our trip next year. Starts January 1. It may be the best trip we've ever done.
That's right.
It's very difficult to say that based on this Mediterranean cruise where we fly into Barcelona and we go to Rome and we go to all kinds of places and Monte Carlo and all those places. I don't know that it'll be better than that, but if that trip, if you won that one, this is very comparable but totally different. Like just so extraordinarily different, okay? Fabulous, ridiculous views, beautiful. You say it's going to be pretty as Banff? Yes, as pretty as Banff. But this one's more popular and more people know about it.
That's right, they do.
I done gave another hint. That's a real hint. Like it's very popular destination. Okay? It's inside here. If you already know and you have the box, say buy the box. Because you're going to be hiring insurance agents, you're going to need the new agent box. It's in here. So we almost pulled these. And I told Revis, I said, no, people need this now. See, here's what happened. People started buying them, and one agent came up to me and he said, I was like, Revis! Staff! Why is the new destination in here? And they were like, well, it's crazy. I couldn't be too mad because I was just in the store looking through it, and I knew I just didn't click with me that if people bought it, they could look at it and find out. So I said, what am I going to do? I said, I will tell the people that bought it not to tell anybody. He said, that's not going to work. I said, well, I will tell them that they can tell the other people if they invest, they can find out too. So, what if you imagined winning this contest?
You're going to win it.
What if you imagine what do you dream about? What's it going to look like next Christmas versus this Christmas? For your family, for donations, for charities, your car, your family's vacation. What if what kind of a crazy, who all has already won the trip? Who all is going? Everybody that's already won the trip, come on up here. Clap for these guys. Give them a hand.
That's right. That's right, baby. That's right. That's right, girl. That's right.
Did you bring your mics?
You know.
Hey, Tia. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. It's great to see you. I saw y'all when I was pulling up.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, man. I'm so fired up. You're okay over there. You're okay over there. Okay. Are you excited about this trip?
I'm excited, Andy.
Have you dreamed about this trip? Have you thought about it?
I have.
I want you to think about it some more.
Okay.
What's it going to be like? What are we going to do? You know some of the places.
Well, yeah, Monte Carlo.
Okay. First tell them who you are and who you hired by.
Tia and Terry Edwards,
All
hired
right.
by Olga and Jason Mathis.
That's right. Mm-hmm. No way.
All right. And you got all these degrees too, right? You got the education.
Right.
Has that held you back some with us?
No.
No. So it's okay to have an education. She's got one. What is your education?
In human services.
Human service. Can y'all hear her okay? Does she need to improve? Okay.
Oh.
All right, good. You're good. All right, human services?
Yes.
Master's degree,
Master's
degree,
No, just
doctorate?
masters. No, sir. No. Stop that master's with so short.
Okay, so just 2 degrees, undergraduate degree and then a master's degree.
Yes.
Okay, so think about it. So what are we going to do? Can you imagine just sitting there having a cup of coffee with Jane and
Yeah, just
my
talking.
wife, just talking?
Talking about you and Terry.
Me and Terry over there.
Acting up. Yep.
And them boys ain't right.
Not right.
On a cruise, this ship holds 4,168 passengers. Over 4,000 passengers. And we're just like a city on the
Wow.
ocean. Have you been on that big of a ship before?
No, I have not. No. So it's going to be crazy.
Have you been on a cruise?
I have been on a cruise.
Where have you been?
To the Bahamas.
To the Bahamas,
Yeah.
but not to Rome.
No,
Have you been to Barcelona?
I have not.
That's Spain. Barcelona,
Right.
Spain.
I have never been there.
It's what do you think it'll look like?
I don't know, Andy. Just beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Yeah, I bet
It's
so.
Spain, so think Spanish. Like it's got that flair to it, that Spanish flair.
Right.
Palm trees, believe it or not. I didn't know that. I was like, this is Spain. I didn't know it. Palm trees everywhere. It's pretty. It's beautiful. And we're right. Well, we're going on a ship, so we're right on the ocean where we're gonna hang out for a day.
Right.
What else you thinking about in a trip? What do you think you're gonna do? Have
What?
you given it any thought?
Well, no. Well, I know. I keep telling you, I want to do that ice bar. That's really what I'm looking forward to doing. Andy.
Turn up. That's right. Well, I'm in good time.
So on the ship, there's a room. They put just crazy jackets and parkas on, and you go in there, and all the furniture is made out of ice, and the walls are out of ice, and it's you can chill in there.
Right. That's what I'm gonna do.
So you can look forward to doing that.
Yeah. I've seen it on TV before. And to know I'm actually gonna do it, that's really crazy.
Listen to me. Dreaming has a lot to do with have you seen it on television. When you used to, have you ever, as a kid and even as an adult, have you ever looked at stuff on TV and thought, I will never do that? You have.
Yep.
That's the opposite of what we're asking you to do.
Yep.
We want you to stop that and think, I wonder when I'm going to do that,
Do it.
how I'm going to do that, and who I'm going to do it with. Television. You know, people say, I thought you said watching television is like a waste of time. Well, I wasn't in business when I was a kid, and I watched television, and I would dream about it, and I watched those hunting shows, and thought that would be cool to go hunting like that, and now we do that. You with me? Where have you seen any of these other places on television? The one places we're visiting.
Italy, France.
You've
yeah.
seen France and
Yeah, the
Italy?
Colosseum. Yeah.
You've seen you've not been in the Colosseum yet?
No, I have not been there.
Wow. This cathedral, the church in Spain, is crazy beautiful. Did anybody on your team win this trip?
No, close, not yet.
Close, not yet.
Yes,
So can you dream about them going
I sure
to this
can.
new destination starting in January?
Yes.
Pass the mic to you, man, here.
That's right.
Talk to him about dreaming, Terry.
Like before the alliance, like we started the dream, but it was like in order to get manifestation, we just didn't have a vehicle to get it. So you got frustrated a lot. Where now with the alliance, like if you have work ethic, like not only is the dream real, but you see people that walk the same path as you and that are already doing it. Like getting around the association, getting around like Michael Owens, like he was talking about his house last night. I was just like, I'm gonna go down there and see that.
You need to go see it.
You know, he could sit on his back porch and watch Disney fireworks at night.
Yep.
And then to think about being able to be that hero for your children, like LeBron James, LeBron who? Like I'm your daddy.
Right.
Be like me.
Yeah.
And then like we can go to Monte Carlo. Like one of the things I want to do, I got to save up some money so I can play a little blackjack.
That right.
You know, in Monte Carlo. Like I'm from Conway. Like people don't, like most people can't spell Monte Carlo. You know, Like, I'm a country bumpkin, man. Like, and the whole thought of being able to fly over the ocean. Like, I ain't never did that before. Like,
You did it before?
we would go night-night on the ship. I mean, on the flight. You know? You
Do
know?
you remember having this conversation when you hadn't traveled with us?
Yes, I do.
Yep. And so, and then like going out to just to the cabin. Like knowing that if I keep doing what you did, I can get it.
Absolutely.
And then it's like the teaching of, you know, a lot of successful people be like, it's lonely at the top. And you done taught us that if you feel that way, you ain't took enough people with you. So it's like, dreaming is like, it's just open up the world and makes you want to do.
Now, did you start dreaming when you were at the bank? What was your job at the bank?
I was a vice president.
Vice president of the bank. Is that where you started your dreaming? Where do you think? Did you
no.
dream as a kid or
Well,
as an adult? Where did you say? You say y'all started dreaming. Is
Well,
that
when I was with the other network marketing company, with the
World-
travel company. Yeah, World Ventures. And
so? When you were there, they got you to start dreaming.
right,
Had you kind of stopped?
I had died.
You had died?
Gone. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Because like corporate
know-
America
you know-
had beat you up. Like you was thinking that a 3% raise was like par for the course.
You know, we got a lot of people that have done that died with us. Their corporate job, and now they're coming out. They're coming out of it with us, just like you did with World Ventures, right?
Right.
Just didn't have a vehicle to win ridiculous trips like this,
Right.
right?
Right. Yep.
Do you remember how they did it, or did you catch it while you were there?
Well-
just get around dreamers.
I just got around them because I saw people who were living life, and they didn't have to separate work and play. Like they were living life, and they were doing it in a way that was much different from the way that I was living. Like they were doing it with the people that they wanted to do it with.
So, as a kid, I had dreams. I wanted the money. I wanted the freedom. And when I get a college degree, I didn't think that was a solution, but that's what they told me. That's what they told me to do.
Right.
When I come out, I said, "Who makes enough at this company?" And there was one guy, George Henderson. He was the president. He was making over $1 million a year. I said, "I want his job because that's the amount of money I need that I can make some dreams come true." And they told me I couldn't have that job. I was ticked. Because you really got mad when you was 27. Mad. So then that's how I found Amway. And when I met them, they started telling me how to dream. You with me?
Yep.
And I mean, I like vitamins and soap and all that stuff is wonderful. But when I found out that I could go out there and make $100 grand in a couple days a week selling, like you're doing, are you on pace? Will you do 100,000
Yes.
this year, or will it be next year?
This year.
This is the first full year, ain't it?
Yes.
So the first full year, 6-figure income.
Yes.
Okay, so you could be 18 and be first full year 100,000. You with me? I just saw that, and then I saw the ability to hire with the culture that we've built, and I was just like, now we're talking. You with me? I had created a $80,000 income with that organization, but it just wasn't. I was looking for that a month.
That's right.
You made some money with that group,
Yeah. A little bit.
a little bit. But I never died. You with me?
Right.
And I'm glad you didn't die either. You come close to dying.
Yeah.
Because you were still breathing.
Yeah. I was on a ventilator.
You was on a ventilator.
Clear.
I'm back.
If you're out there and you've slowed down dreaming or you've stopped dreaming, wake up. Wake up. You say, why is this important? The rest of stuff's not going to work. No. You got to start with this. This is something I dare you to do. I beg you to do. I'll train you to do it. Dream. I've got magazines that I've ordered. The Robb Report. I get a book called Cowboys and Indians. It's a very expensive magazine, and inside of it, it's just extremely expensive, cool country stuff, and trips in there, and places to visit. I get DuPont Registry, and I look at it. I just look at it. I look at it. I like that my sons, do you like that about my son dreaming?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Your boys, your youngins. It's America.
That's right.
All right. This is big. What you're doing is big for people. James Hill, slide over here with me, buddy. Y'all slide to him. Y'all give James Hill a hand. Woo. You looking good, bud.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Tell them some of the places, all expense paid trips you've won. You and Jane have won with us, or earned.
Earned.
People want to say. If you won it, or earned it, whatever. He got to go.
Man. Well, first place we went to was is a 6-star cruise. I didn't even know there was such a thing as 6-star. I thought 5-star was as high as it went. So a 6-star cruise to Tortola. Like, you guys have ever read that book, Treasure Island? Like, that island, we've been there, thanks to the Alliance. So we get out in the water, and I look down, like we're doing the snorkeling thing to snorkel to Treasure Island, basically. And I look down, and it's like hundreds of feet down. You can see all the way to the bottom. Hundreds of feet. It was insane, like vertigo for a second. And, geez, I mean, that we went to so many islands there. Last year, Banff, Canada, some people, they were like, going to Canada? Like, what's in Canada? Oh my God, that was potentially, I mean, a lot of people's favorite trip so far, because there's just, you see these pictures and stuff, it doesn't do it justice. You've got to go. You've got to go. I'm excited as all get out about this trip, man.
So you are a Marine.
Hoorah.
So how you like about pulling the
SEAL Team
military
20?
people? The military people together.
Oh, I love that
At the
idea.
convention.
That's a great idea. Let me know what I can do to help with that.
Okay, I will, because we want you to do that. My deal is, did you dream of going all over the place with the Marines as a kid? Had you stopped dreaming? Where were you in the process of dreaming when you met the Alliance?
Yeah, I had joined the military. I joined the Marine Corps partially to do that, and it never really came to fruition. We did go to Poland for 2 weeks, which was awesome. And this with the Alliance, I have a lot less chance of going traveling and getting shot at. So, little less chance. So, I'm pretty. I tell you what, when I found the Alliance, I had been looking for a way to. I had been dreaming, absolutely. I had been dreaming and searching and looking, and when I found the Alliance, I was like, hey, this might be the place.
When I met you and Jane, I remember I was thinking, I think we got dreamers. I think we got dreamers. If you're not a dreamer, it's not too late. You can become one, but it is imperative. Yes. What's been was the Silver Seas your favorite?
You know, I think a lot of people, their first trip is potentially but damn, Banff was.
You think Banff was?
Banff was pretty awesome, but I am fired up about this trip. I have no idea.
You don't know where we're going?
Well, so.
Don't tell anybody. Don't guess.
Oh, for next year?
Next year.
Oh, I do know. I have looked in the activity book. I do know where we're going next year. I'm pretty fired up. That's a place I've always wanted to go. I've always wanted to go there. I won't go there. I won't tell nobody. I have always wanted to go there. I'm excited about it.
Should they fight for it?
Oh,
Are y'all gonna fight to
100%.
win? Are y'all gonna
100%.
win the extension?
Always.
Did you figure out what the extension is?
No, I have not figured
I will
that out.
tell you, since you got the.
Is it in the book?
Since you bought this, they gotta buy this. Okay.
Okay.
It's in here.
Gotcha.
Okay. So since you bought, I will tell you. I'm not gonna tell them.
Right.
I'll tell you later, because if I whisper, then they can hear it through this.
On the jet tomorrow.
Are you gonna play with
Yeah.
us?
Yeah. We'll talk
Well, it
about
depends
that.
on who else is on there. If they
I'm gonna
hadn't.
get the box. So
Chad says he's gonna get the box.
So much, man.
How long were you with us before you won a trip?
2 years. So on our third year, we won a trip.
Third year. So it's pretty good, first full year to win a trip. Because you started last year, 2015. So you won it even though it wasn't the first full year. So this will be your second. You've earned two all expense paid trips. Oh, you did another?
The Forces Cruise in April.
You did a Foresters cruise in April?
Yeah, we went to.
Did y'all been with us 2 years?
This is our April will be 2 years.
So you ain't even been 2 years, and you done been on 3 all expense paid.
Yeah.
That's not a bad program.
It ain't bad at all. Then the kids like, can we go this time? So we got to work hard to win a couple of trips for next year
Okay.
for the mystery
And
location.
six-figure income. Mm-hmm. And just your network's really just starting to get going.
Yep.
Good. 3rd year. Good stuff. Good job. Junior career. Give Jordan a mic. Don't worry. Congratulations, Bo. You didn't do college athletes because you didn't do college, right?
No, sir.
No college. You didn't do. Did you do playing sports in high school?
I did wrestling for a year.
That counts.
That
You
counts.
did wrestling for a year. Graduate. When did you graduate high school?
2011. Graduated high school.
2011. So you just got out of high school 4 years ago.
Yes, a little bit over 5
Something
years.
like-
Yeah.
little-
Yes, sir.
five. That's right. So we're in 16. So 5 years ago, you got out of high school.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations, way to get out in high school. Yes. And how long you been with us now?
Over 5 years.
Really?
Yes, sir.
So you started
I got my license August
you
of
still in high school?
2000. No, it was like a month after high school.
a
I got
month after
my
high school. You got your license.
yeah, August of 2011. I got my insurance license.
So Danny was you were selling door to door.
I was, yes.
What were you selling?
So I would go door to door selling solar panels, and I knocked on a guy's door by the name of Danny McKee, and he told me about this business, and I was like, all right, cool. Is it legal? And he said it was, and I was pretty excited about it. He introduced me to Mickey like 2 days later, and 2 minutes into talking with Mickey, I'm like, don't blow this, but I want to get signed up. Me, like, don't blow it, Junior. This is a good job. 'Cause he was interviewing me, right?
Yeah.
And I got signed up right there.
So you signed up, got your license, and do you remember how much you made the first year? You were
Yeah.
in 18.
Yeah, I remember how much I made in my first 6 months and my first full year.
Tell me some of the
Won a
numbers.
lot.
Tell me some of the numbers.
First 6 months, I made $3,000.
In 6 months.
6 months, yeah.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
was living with mom and dad.
Sounds like some of the things I've joined.
I took 2 weeks off to play a video game though.
2 weeks. To play
2 weeks
video.
off, yes. And I remember what game it was. Should I?
Were you living with your mom and daddy?
Yes, sir.
So they covered your expenses, food.
Yeah, I didn't have
everything to
no
eat?
bills.
You weren't hungry. So it's just $3,000 extra to you.
It was pretty cool.
Did you show your parents how much you were making?
No, they was telling me to get a real job.
Oh, they were telling you to get a real
Yeah,
job.
they was not very encouraging at all.
So they were like, stop that stupid thing.
Yes. Go to college.
Did you know it was like you though?
Oh God, yeah. I took 2 weeks off to play a video game.
What did you play? I want to know.
It was The Legend of Zelda: Skyward Sword for the Wii, and it was pretty cool because it had like a wand thing. And you could, I mean, it was awesome. And then it had a shield. So
A physical shield.
well, it was 2 remotes. It's like 2 remotes. It wasn't like a real shield.
So like you had like this and that in your
Yeah.
hand, and
So like this
you
was
would
my
pretend like it was a.
this was my sword, and this was my shield. And it tracked it.
Okay, we'll get on set. Dreaming.
Dreaming.
Did you always dreamed of traveling like this and having cars and stuff, or ever?
No, I didn't. No one taught me how to dream.
Now your parents were they born here?
No, my parents were born in Cuba, and I came from Cuba when I was 8 years old. And my mom and
So does that mean you were born there?
I was born there. Yeah,
Okay.
I was 8 when I came.
Not a lot of dreaming over there.
No, there really isn't. And my parents, I loved them, but my dad was an electrician, and my mom was a janitor at the school system, so they didn't really dream. I was never hungry. I ate.
But they didn't dream about traveling to Italy
No.
and France and Spain and.
Probably like the coolest thing that we would do, Andy, like honestly, when we bought the house, like I remember the excitement was that we got furniture, we got a big old screen TV, and I remember that was exciting. Problem was, it was on MasterCard, on Visa. Like it wasn't even
Did
cash.
you know that as a kid? Did you know they were borrowing the money and stuff?
Yeah,
You knew they couldn't afford it?
yeah. Well, I didn't know at the time, but looking back at it, I'm
I
like,
got you.
but that was our extent.
When did you start winning trips? Like, so how long were you with us before you started?
My second full year.
You won a trip?
Yeah, my second full year.
Okay. So you were part of a year, then a full year, you didn't win a trip,
And then
and then the next year you won a trip.
2012, the year I won a trip.
Where was that? When'd you
We
win?
won, it was the Oasis to the Seas.
Okay, that was a fun trip.
That was my first
That
trip.
ship hold 10,000 people. That's the biggest ship I've ever been on.
Yeah.
And it was more like we won a cruise. I mean, we weren't really going anywhere. It was just a cruise. We went like Bahamas. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like the one you went on. Just get on the ship.
The ship was
But
the
we did a week.
destination.
The ship was unbelievable. It had that zip line.
Oh my God.
Right? It had a zip line on that.
Yeah.
That was nuts. So do you remember the process of getting Dreaming with us? How did that happen? Did
I
Vicky
started-
talk to you? Did Mike, me?
I started dreaming right away when I started listening to you, and when I
Really?
started listening to Mike, and I started watching the TWCs. For me, it was just I fell in love right away. When I talked to Mickey, I was like, this place is awesome, because I had never had another person talk to me the way Mickey talked to me, and the way Mike and Noel, and the way that you talked to me. Like it.
Dreaming opens up your mind to the possibility. Dreaming puts you in a positive mindset. Dreaming draws people to you. Stopping it, so when you stop dreaming, it lowers your energy. It lowers your optimism. It's not rocket science to get into this, and believe me, it should be common sense. But even though it's common sense, I want to tell you, and I want to get it out in front of you. Because here's what I'm thinking: when you were living at your mom and dad's and wasn't dreaming big, there was no reason to act.
Right.
You with me?
Yeah.
And there was no way you believed it would happen. But once we got you dreaming, then you started to do a little bit of acting, and that your belief starts moving up.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
The question is, who you got coming on that's starting to do these three?
So right now, here's who I'm most excited about, because
Okay.
for the first time, I feel like I've got 3 or 4 really people that are wanting to build this, and it's not just me building this. Which is
Because you know why?
Yeah.
They're doing these three things.
Yeah. So
You should be thinking on your team who's doing it.
Yeah.
All right.
So do you want me to tell
Yeah.
who? So I'm really excited. I got my buddy Dylan Ghana. He is in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and something's got into him this year. Like, he has come out and he's been working more than he's ever worked, and he's this close to winning a trip. Like,
What?
dude, you got to keep
Get somebody on your
pushing.
team?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, he's like that close. And then we've already got Tracy Alvarado. She's already won the trip. So I'm like excited about that.
That's a dream for me.
Yeah.
If I were you, I'll be like, how old are you?
23.
23 years old, and already helped 2 people win all expense paid trips.
Yeah.
Or one.
One. And one's
And the other one's like,
really close.
if you start dreaming about how many people we're going to take next year,
I want to bring 10 people next year on this
that are going to
trip.
win this trip.
I just want him to win it by September. Like, there you go.
I know you know where the trip is, right?
Yeah, I don't know where the
Okay.
extension is. So if
Okay,
you're on
I
a
can
jet,
tell you, I can tell you.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Are you on a jet?
yes, I am on
Okay.
I am
All
on
right,
a
good.
jet.
And he's
Yes,
gonna-
thank you.
Matter of fact, you can just go ahead and start looking through it now. Matter of fact, come over here, Chadwick. Right here. Come over here with me, Junior. All right. You and Mel.
Yes, sir. Me and my boo, my booski.
First time I met Chadwick, I knew he was a dreamer. Because I was, when we land somewhere, a lot of times we say, hey, does anybody that could pick us up? And Chadwick told my secretary, I will pick him up in style. So he picked us up, first time ever, in a limousine. Wow. And I remember looking at him, I was like, well, you must be doing pretty good financially. Can you replay that?
Yeah. I remember that. Andy said to me, so you must have some good stuff going on financially. You're making money? I'm like, No. No. Just thought it was a good idea to pick you up in a limo. I could not afford it.
That's like you went to Virginia Tech, right? Yeah.
I went to Virginia Tech, the whole deal. I got my bachelor's there in accounting, was working for an auditing firm. My wife was currently getting her master's from Liberty in youth and family counseling. So we did what we were supposed to do, but we were struggling, man. I mean, it was hard for me to keep the lights on. I was the only income. We had a baby girl at the house. It was rough. It was rough. But I got him in a limo, though.
I was like, my man's a dreamer right here. Ain't got no money. Done pick me up in a limousine.
You dadgum right. I'd do it again. I would do it again.
You remember the conversation? I said, well, don't worry about it, Bo. You be rolling in it with us.
You with me now, is what he said.
You with me now. We're gonna
You
try
with
it.
me now.
Was you already dreaming, or did you?
You know, I started dreaming in college. Me and my wife, we helped to, well, she ran it. I don't want to take credit. She was running. It was like a collegiate ministry there. And that's where I met her. And I started handling like the men's side of it. We decided we wanted to make a difference back in college. But once I had to start working for, I guess, the powers that be, it started to get snuffed out. I was on a ventilator as well. The man, he had his foot on my neck. And I ain't like him. I hated my job. I know some people's like, my job's not that bad. I hated my job. You hear me? Wow. So when I found this, I was like, yes. I was fired up. It's like some people, I'm not going to say that, but I'll just put it this way.
Maybe, can you hint? Because I might let you go ahead with it. Some
people are in jail. I've heard somebody say this before, so this ain't my words. But I've heard some people are in jail and some people are kind of like slaves, okay? The people that are in jail, a lot of times they're like, oh, there's no way I can get out. It is what it is. But the people that are more like slaves, if they say there's a way out, they're like, you got an underground railroad? You know, like, I'm out, you know? And that's kind of how I was. Like, the minute I found out that there was a way out, I was a runaway. It was on. You see, I wasn't going to say it.
I missed it. Jail people not trying to get out?
Them doors closed. They know what time it is.
Slave people. Find out. There is an answer.
If you want to get real technical, on both ends, it's the same way. Some people in jail, they want to fight to get themselves out. Some say, all right, it is what it is. And then you got some slaves that they say, I'm looking for a way out. And then some say, we got it good here, boss. You know, so it's
Shawshank Redemption.
You daggone right.
Seen that movie?
He was crawling through poo and everything. He was going to find a way out.
Shawshank Redemption is one of my favorite movies ever because he was in jail. And he said, I'm not going to stay in jail. I'm in jail, but I ain't going to stay in jail.
His mind was free.
This is big. Act. Let me tell you something. People say money is a problem with me. Here's the problem. What is your next step? That's your problem right there. If you're sitting there saying money's a problem, that's a problem. Is money the problem? No. You say, I have no money. That is a problem. No. The fact that you're not deciding what's the next step to take. The only thing I could add is the next best step to take. Money's not a problem. Did you put the national convention dates in your calendar like I asked you to? And then people say, no but. I go, no but, no but, no but. You know, what does no but mean? Right? They want to explain to me their circumstances. What I want to know is if I can show you the next step and you 100% focus on that and get that done, I'm going to tell you 2-step, 3-step. And we're going to get you out of it. Took you a long time to get into it. Maybe 20 years, maybe 30 years, maybe 40 years you got into this mess. Mistakes you've made. I can get you out relatively fast, meaning faster than it took you to get into it. But if it took you, if you were doing okay at 18 years old, and by the time you're 40, you owe $75,000, you got no money coming in, I can't fix it in 90 days. But if you will focus on the next action. You with me? Now, you say, but you know how hard it is to dream and believe when you ain't got money? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very difficult. What's so difficult about it? You start dreaming. Like you get a magazine, you say, you make your words say, I think one day I might have this. You say, well, what if inside you don't really believe? You meet Chadwick, and you listen to how bad it was financially. You meet some kid who got a license when he was living with mom and daddy, and now he's strong. What income? What are you gonna make this year? What's your income? What are you approaching?
So last month we had our biggest income month ever, and this year we're on track to do about $130,000.
Tell me about last month.
Last month was cool. We had $19,067 deposited. That's cool.
Say, some people think, because they've been a part of businesses, they think they got a check for $19,000, and then they had to pay out $18,000 to their downline. This is not the way this works. This is his money. The money to his downline, or his people he hired, has been paid directly to the carrier. He's reporting what he got.
Yeah, this is what
Your
was put in my
highest
bank
paid
account.
person, is that Tracy Alvarez?
Yes,
Or is
Tracy
it-
Alvarado.
Or is it Ghana?
Tracy Alvarado
Tracy.
is the
So
highest
she's
paid.
made her money.
Yeah.
And she's won a trip.
Yeah.
Is she six figures or close to it? Do you know?
Yeah, Tracy made $107,000 her first year with us.
So it wasn't this year. That was
last year.
Last year made $107,000 first year. So that's how much she got, not his money. I want to make sure there's no questions up in here. People say, well, I bet he had expenses. Yeah, I mean, we thank God the way the tax code's written, you can have a lot of expenses. Woo! Woo! I wish they'd let me have it. Make another tweak or two. But you understand what I'm saying is we have, and you got a secretary, right?
Yes, sir.
Full-time secretary, 40 hours a week.
Yes, sir.
So that's an expense, right? So yeah, he's got expenses. The idea, it's like I was talking to this guy earlier and I said, dude, I want to drive my gross up. I want to drive my gross up. And I'm willing to spend more. So immediately, my margin, I'm going to make less because I'm spending more. You know why? Because I want to drive my gross up. Because if I could get it up to where I'm making like $150 million, I don't mind spending $50 million, keep $100 million. And then me and the government can split the other 100.
Right.
You know, government get 50.
Same.
I get 50. Life's good.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? This is big.
Yes, sir.
Big, big.
Big.
All right. Are you starting to believe that you can get into the multi-million-dollar income, bro?
Yes, sir.
Have you started to dream about it?
Yes.
Tell me a couple things you're going to have.
So, it's related to nerd stuff. Is that good?
Nerd stuff. Oh, God.
Okay. So, in my house, so like my house, like I don't want to play like a video game and like a little TV, so I've already got it planned out. And I got pictures on my phone. I'll show
You're
you.
dreaming of playing video games.
It's a theater room.
You're going to have a theater room.
Yes. It's going to be a theater room, some massive projection theater room, crazy chairs, bar in the back, friends coming over. I can imagine James Hill coming over. Oh, my God. We're in it together. So.
Come on, yo. You going down by yourself.
But like.
These are the things that I deal with.
But seriously, I dream of like in my dream board, I've got a check for $200,000 made out to the goats. And
You're going to give the goats $200,000. You
I
dream of giving them $200,000.
I want to do that in a year, not like lifetime. Like I want to do that in a year, and that's one of my dreams. And I'm mad I can't give more now. So more than anything, I want to give back. But I know I'm gonna have some cool stuff, you know.
Like a theater room
Yeah.
with massive seats.
Yeah. And and then I just thought about this.
You have a waitress?
Yeah, it's gonna be full time, all like more hours, you know, because I'm gonna have a bigger house. She's gonna have more stuff to do. And I just thought about this, but I want.
Are you gonna have your own private jet to go to the national
yeah.
video game
Yeah.
conference that they have?
Yeah.
Have you thought about this? Have you thought about that you'll be able to hire people to build games?
I I have.
Like, I'm not kidding. You can design your own. You can just say, you could be doing one of these seminars, and you could have your game builder guy back there, and you could say, oh, yeah, and another thing, and then he could work on it. Does that make
I
sense?
did not think about this.
I'm working with you. and if the game never sells, what do you care? It's just money.
I didn't never thought about
You can make
this.
more money.
I like that.
You think about having your own plane and flying to the conference. Y'all know y'all sneak and go to this conference. Y'all think I don't know.
I want it. I hadn't been yet. Hadn't been yet.
Cars, travel, any of that?
Yeah.
Any of that on the dream board?
Yeah, I've got a Mercedes S550, which I'm gonna need to upgrade to a Maybach.
It is a step above, but the 550s are ridiculous.
I've got
They're
that.
ridiculous.
And I dream of just traveling with the Alliance and just traveling with my buddies. You know, like I want to go to Japan so bad. Like I just want to go hang out in Japan, go check that out.
I'm with you on that. I had never been there. I want to go.
I want to go so bad.
Let's go together.
Yeah.
There's one other thing I really want to make sure that I get out. Belief. Here's some simple things. Belief in yourself. I don't know when you started to believe. I can tell you're starting to believe in yourself, but I don't know when you started that. It's belief in the system. Mm-hmm. So when I say don't stop believing, don't stop believing that you can do it. Don't stop believing in the system. Mm-hmm. Find somebody that's making it happen in our system.
Yeah.
Here's the next thing. It's believe in the team. Because what we're going to accomplish with the Alliance it's going to take more than one person. We're going to need a team. And I don't mean a group, like people sitting around drinking coffee and bull crap, or even a group of sitting around just playing video games.
Right.
I'm talking about a team where I know that you are ripping the heads off in Orlando and San Antonio and El Paso. You with me? That it's a team.
Yes, sir.
And you're doing hot spots. I'm doing hot spots. You're training on this same thing I'm training on. Can you believe in the team?
Yeah.
Because it's going to take more than one of us. But you got to believe in yourself, believe in the system, and believe in the team. So you know where we're headed to. 300 SEAL team. Imagine that. 300 people on SEAL team. I say Michael because Michael is one of the biggest dreamers we've got. Talk to me, man. Talk to me. Like I listen to him talk about dreaming. Talk to me, man. What's it going to be like, Bo?
But I'm going to tell you what it's going to be like, but I got to tell you what it was in the beginning. When I was a little kid, I started, I was dreaming. I was dreaming I was going to be a millionaire. I was dreaming I would travel around the world. I didn't know how I was going to do it. And then I got a job. And then I went to sleep at night, and I didn't dream during the day. I didn't dream at night. I started to do this thing called wishing. Like, I wish I could pay my bills. I wish my family stays together. I wish I'm a better father. And then all of a sudden, it was November of 2005, I met you. And I remember standing there, I was standing there by you guys, and the aura, the energy that was around you. And I remember Adam Katz saying, and just as I can see it on the wall today, he says, right there on the wall, there's a banner that says, we're going to travel the beaches of the world together. I ain't never heard nobody say that. And then all of a sudden, I started believing that, I didn't believe in myself. Transparency, I believed in you. Okay, I didn't have dreams. I borrowed his dreams, and so I started getting my own. And then now all of a sudden people go, Michael, you're a dreamer, you're this. I go, no, I'm a realist. You got to understand what I've seen happen in his life over the last 12 months would blow most of your minds. I picked him up last year, a little bit before this time. I picked him up in my car. He got in the car. He drives a Range Rover. It's a beautiful car at the time. He gets in the car and says, I don't like this. I think your car's nicer than mine. Okay? He says, I'm going to fix this when I get back, and I like Mercedes. Within a month, okay, the Mercedes S600 Maybach was real. Wow. Okay, he starts to tell me about more things. In February of this year, I had a chance to be down in Cabo with you. We're up in he goes, hey, you want to follow me back to my suite? I'm like, yes. So I'm back in the suite, and he throws out this DuPont registry and says, hey, talk to me about this car. I'm thinking about getting a sports car. Within 2 months, I get the telephone call that says, hey, we're going to go get it. Do you want to go? And of course, the answer is yes. I'm watching. I watched the plane come in where all of a sudden he was, I remember back, it's not so much of a dream. It's like, I remember back the first picture I ever saw of you flying in a plane. You had the big headset on, you were with Stephen Davies, and now you have a plane. It doesn't make, you know what I mean? So I would tell you, you know what I mean? Like, I dream, I believe, and I act. And I'll tell you this, for folks that have a hard time dreaming, share his dream. I tell you what, it's a lot easier for me to dial. It's a lot easier for me to recruit when I'm looking at the Rob Report. Yeah. Okay? Like, I'm dreaming while I'm talking at the same time, right? Andy would say I'm making money while I'm making money, right? Like, I'm thinking, like, what I need, what my family needs. And then I started sharing my dreams with my family, okay? And that's when I started, they started believing in it. Okay, they started believing in my dreams, and then the next thing I had to do, I started having to act because it was time. Because I didn't want to let them down. I didn't want to let you down. I don't want to let the team down as it is today.
That's right.
Woo! We got some stuff to do. It's real.
We landed, we flew the plane down to shop for a Ferrari, and somebody, was it you or Balick? Somebody said, did you know that you can rent a Ferrari and they'll let you drive it? So when we flew our plane down, I had a white convertible Ferrari pulled up, and the plane pulled right up to a Ferrari. And my son looks out, he's like, Daddy, Daddy. I was like, that's what we're going to drive in to shop for Ferraris. We're going to get our mind right on the way.
It sounded like that too. Red interior, I can tell you the smell of it, the sound of it. Oh, it was amazing. I can't wait to even, you said, what's it going to be like when we're traveling these things? Oh, yeah, right there.
Look at this.
Right there.
Okay, where do you find this at? AmpPix. AMPIX. AMPPIX.
Look at those.
Planes. Oh my God. AMPPIX. AMPPIX. At AmpPix, you can find all these pictures, and you can start to dream. You can see where we're traveling to. I like that. Borrow our dream. Come with us. Yes. Right on our shoulders. Guys, 2017 is going to be life-changing for so many people. I cannot wait. I'm so excited about it. But let's run into it full speed. Dreaming, believing, and already acting. Love you. Got to go. Bye-bye. Great job.
Dream for your